We're investigating
the home of hidden wonders. Welcome to Croatia. Going to Croatia, guys. What's up, everyone? I have just arrived in Croatia and look at this view. This is so unreal. It's a mind-blowing and I can't wait to see more. Taking a taxi from the airport was such a smooth move. It's super easy and the price is totally fair. Let's go and find something to eat. My belly is now craving for something unique and tasty food that I haven't encountered in my life. And the long hours of traveling really makes me hungry. But this restaurant called Konoba is such a perfect spot to kick the day off. And I got this massive platter of grilled goodness. Totally unique and I'm obese. Oops, no, I'm obsessed. Especially with this amazing view right in front of me. And welcome to my Airbnb at Lapad, Dubrovnik. I have just checked in and quickly changed my outfit to enjoy the rest of the day. And I took a walk along the Lapad seaside promenade and wow, the view is honestly breathtaking. This is the kind of place where you don't even need to do much. You can just grab a creamy ice cream and take them all in. And back into my Airbnb, I just relaxed on a terrace with a cool cider in hand, completely immersed in the tranquil beauty of Lapad's dramatic cliffs and shimmering sea view. Morning, it's day 2 and we are off for another adventure. And I'm taking a bus to the old town. If you plan traveling around Dubrovnik, Croatia, make sure to grab a Dubrovnik pass. It's a city card that gives you access to public passes. Instead of buying individual tickets, you can hop on and off passes as much as you want within the valid period. And you'll save a lot, especially if you're exploring multiple spots around the city. Plus, it also includes free entry to some attractions and museums, so it's honestly a great deal. I decided to wake up early and headed to the old town because I really wanted to enjoy it without the crowds. During the day, it can get super busy with tourists and cruise ships, but in the morning, it's peaceful and quiet. I got to walk through the empty streets, hear the birds, and take in the views without any noise or rush. And it honestly felt like I had the place to myself. If you're visiting Dubrovnik, I totally recommend starting your day very early. It makes the experience way more relaxing and special. And while exploring the old town, I stopped to try a meat burek, which is a traditional Balkan pastry made with thin, flaky dough and filled with different things like cheese, spinach, or meat. I chose the meat one because honestly, I needed some protein to keep me going for the day. It was so warm, savory, and super satisfying. If you're in Dubrovnik, you have to try this one. It's so cheap and it's a real part of the local food culture. As well as cats. There's so many of them here and they're like a part of the local charm. Old Town is absolutely beautiful. Honestly, it feels like walking through a movie. Everywhere you look, the streets, the buildings, the walls are so perfectly preserved and full of history. But listen up, you're going to be doing a lot of walking and climbing tons of stairs. Like seriously, this place is one giant stair workout. So please, leave the heels at home. No cute heels, no flip-flops, no fancy shoes that will have you wobbling or slipping all over the cobblestones. Wear comfy sneakers or sandals with good grip because these stairs don't mess around. And finishing one long stairs feels like a mini victory. Like, yes, I made it! And then when I turn around, there it is, another long, never-ending staircase. At that moment, I swear my soul left my body for a second. It felt like the universe was saying, "Oh, you thought you were done? Nope, keep climbing, buddy." But I had to remind myself that I didn't come this far just to give up on some stairs.
2 hours later.
Now get ready because we're about to explore the Dubrovnik's famous city walls. It's one of the best way to see the old town from above and take in those stunning views. And don't forget your Dubrovnik pass to enter the walls. Walking along these ancient stone walls, I couldn't help but feel like I was in a fairy tale movie, like a princess wandering through a castle overlooking her beautiful kingdom. The walls are high, the views are wide, and the whole experience makes you feel like you've stepped into another world. Every few steps, I had to stop just to take it all in. The ocean, the cliffs, the churches, the towers, it's all so dreamy. Every corner I turned revealed a new beautiful view. Honestly, if I ever imagined what it would feel like to live in a magical kingdom, this would be it. I honestly can't believe I'm here right now, walking on these ancient walls, surrounded by these incredible views. It feels so surreal. It's like I've been transported back in time, like I've stepped right into a medieval period. I instantly went into full-on drama mode, pretending I'd been locked up for my biggest crime, complaining too much about how hot it was and how much walking I'd done. Like seriously, in medieval times, whining about stairs and sweat was obviously a punishable offense. And then I found this old massive cannon, and of course I had to pretend like I was defending the city from pirates or something. And tell me, why is my hat looked exactly like a jellyfish? I was exhausted. Meanwhile, my hat shadow was out there living its best under the sea fantasy. Anyway, as I continued walking, I glanced down and noticed that the streets below were starting to fill up. More and more people were making their way in. You could feel that the city is waking up and coming to life. It was getting busier, but up on the walls, it still felt peaceful. What really held my attention were the rooftops. They felt like the skin of the city, holding centuries of stories beneath them. And watching them from above made me feel like I was part of something timeless, and I couldn't help but slow down just to admire them a little longer. And despite my tired legs and the endless climb, I kept going higher and higher just to reach the highest point. I pushed on because I knew that the view from the highest point would be worth it. And when I finally got there, the view was absolutely incredible. And I was so happy that I made it to the top. For a moment, I imagined myself as Queen Daenerys, standing tall and proud, ruling over King's Landing from this very spot. Every step, sweat, aching muscles suddenly felt completely worth it just to experience that feeling. Everything was powerful and so magical. After walking the city walls, most people would probably call it a day, but not for me. The heat couldn't stop me from squeezing in one more adventure, so I signed up for something I'd never done before, and it's zip lining! Yep, this was my first time, and let me tell you, I was so nervous. But the staff have totally put me at ease. They joked around, smiled, and talked to everyone like it was just another casual day at work. Their energy made everything feel so much lighter and less scary. Getting ready for zip lining was a whole experience on its own. They started strapping things around my waist, clipping harnesses, and tightening belts. I was half excited and half terrified, but fully committed. There was no turning back now. And as I stood there, waiting for my turn, my heart was racing. I tried to play it cool, but deep inside, I was low-key panicking. But at the same time, I was so excited. I kept on telling myself, you got this, and it's gonna be fun. On my turn, my heart was pounding. My palms were sweaty, and the nerves really started to kick in. Just before I started, my coach reminded me not to panic. That little moment gave me a boost of confidence. I took a deep breath, nodded, and got ready to fly.
Bye-bye.
As I zipped through the air, I tried to capture the incredible view below, but my camera kept wobbling all over the place. I couldn't stop or steady myself in the middle of the zip line, so the footage was a bit shaky. Still, even though it didn't go well, you can tell how amazing the view was from up there. I really wish I could have made the footage smoother, but honestly, it was just hard to focus with all the speed and excitement. The whole ziplining experience was truly interesting and exciting from start to finish. I loved the pure joy of soaring through the air, feeling the wind rush past me while taking in those incredible views. It was so much fun that I actually went for it twice. Each ride was a unique thrill, and getting to see the city and coastline from above made it even more unforgettable. Honestly, it was a very nice adventure that pushed me out of my comfort zone. I had such a great time ziplining that I would love to try it again and again. And it's a perfect mix of excitement and freedom that makes you feel alive in the best way possible. Day 3 was all about slowing down and catching my breath. After all the action yesterday, I took it easy this morning. I grabbed a simple breakfast in Old Town, just egg and bread, and just relaxed before catching the ferry to Lukrom Island. And honestly, I was filled with excitement. After a couple of busy days packed with adventure, this peaceful island getaway felt like exactly what I needed. If you're planning a visit, you just have to buy your ticket at the booth near the port around 9 a.m. It's a simple pay-as-you-go system, no advance booking required, which makes everything so easy and hassle-free. The ferry ride itself was short but incredibly refreshing. I couldn't wait to explore the island's lush gardens, uncover hidden paths, and maybe find a quiet spot to just relax and take it all in. I finally arrived at Lukrom Island. Stepping off the ferry and onto this lush, peaceful island feels like a breath of fresh air. It's amazing to be in a place that's so quiet and natural after the hustle and bustle of the city. And I'm ready to explore the gardens, wander the hidden paths, and soak up all the beauty in this place has to offer. As I strolled along the pavement near the Benedictine monastery, I spotted a few male peacocks just standing there, looking elegant but calm. Then out of nowhere, one of them suddenly fanned out its magnificent tail like a royal prince making a grand entrance right at the exact moment I turned around. I couldn't believe my luck. While others patiently waited for the perfect display, it just happened for me effortlessly, like a little magical gift. It felt like the island was putting on a private show just for me. It was such a rare and beautiful moment that made me feel truly special. Like I had been chosen to witness something magical. I didn't have to wait or ask for it. It just happened naturally, and that made it even more meaningful. Seeing those vibrant feathers fan out so perfectly felt like a little gift, a reminder of how amazing unexpected moments can be while traveling. I was honestly so happy, sitting there in awe, feeling like I was part of something unique and unforgettable. After that moment, I kept walking and luckily found the toilet. I just had a quick stop before wandering off to explore more of the island. As I kept walking, I fully soaking in the peaceful vibes all around me, and I found myself falling deeper in love with the quiet beauty of this place with every step. When I walked inside the Benedictine monastery, it felt like stepping into a cool, dark cave. It was so peaceful but also a little bit strange. Like time had stopped there. I could almost feel the people who lived and prayed here long ago, like their spirits were still around, watching and waiting. It was like the past was still alive inside those walls. I could imagine their footsteps, their voices, and the prayers they said. Being there made me realize that this place wasn't just old stones. It held the stories and feelings of many people who had been there before me. Standing there, I felt connected to the history in a way I hadn't before. It reminded me that even though those people lived a long time ago, their lives and memories are still part of this place today. It was a special moment that made me appreciate how powerful and alive history can be. If you're someone who loves history, then I believe Croatia is one of the best places you can visit to really dive into the past. Power is power. When I walked slowly to the throne, the room felt really quiet and still. There was something about the atmosphere. I sat down on a throne, and honestly, I felt like a queen. Just for a moment, it was like I was in a show. I imagined what it must have been like to actually sit there back in the day, to be someone important, respected, and in charge. It was such a cool experience and one of those unexpected travel moments that really stays with you. I thought about how far I have come on this trip, how much I have grown, and how sometimes we forget just how strong and capable we really are. It became a symbol, a reminder that we can all claim space, hold our heads high, and step into the best versions of ourselves. Walking slowly along the winding path, I felt a deep sense of calm and power, as if I were a queen wandering through her private sanctuary. The garden was the perfect balance to the quiet and heavy atmosphere of the monastery. For another while, I let myself imagine that I truly was a queen reigning over this beautiful kingdom, a place of peace, strength, and endless beauty. Walking through this garden wasn't just a stroll, it was a royal experience, a celebration of nature's magic, and the quiet majesty that exists in every corner of this incredible island. I know I won't ever forget this, being here, surrounded by this incredible beauty and rich history, and feeling such a deep connection to the place. It's hard to put into words. It's more than just a memory. It's a feeling that stays with you long after you leave. This moment will stay with me forever, not just in photos or videos, but deep inside in my heart. It's the kind of experience that shapes you, reminds you what's possible, and inspires you to keep dreaming bigger. I feel so lucky to have lived this, to have stepped into something I once thought was just a far-off fantasy. Traveling has this amazing power. It opens doors to new worlds, new feelings, and new parts of ourselves we didn't know existed. And this is one of those moments I'll carry with me always. Although reality hits differently, it's fun to imagine these magical, perfect places, but when you're actually there, it's not always as dreamy as it seems. You have to deal with the heat beating down on you, the sweat, and the tired legs from walking longer than you planned. That's the real side of traveling that doesn't always make it into the pictures or videos. You have to really push through those moments, the uncomfortable, sweaty, tiring parts, before you can truly enjoy the beautiful spots you've been dreaming about and marked on your map. So while the fantasy worlds are amazing to imagine, the reality, with all ups and downs, is what makes those moments of beauty feel so much more rewarding. And speaking of rewards, after all that walking and exploring, I treated myself a nice cold drink and some delicious squid cuisine. It was the perfect way to cool down and recharge. Honestly, it tasted amazing and made all the effort totally worth it. After that, I headed to Mort Vormara to go for a swim, but there were so many people that I ended up looking for another spot. The tricky part is that beaches in Croatia are mostly rocky, which made it tough to really enjoy the beach like I hoped. Thankfully, I had my swim shoes with me, and those helped me move around safely, even if it wasn't just the most comfortable experience. Honestly, I ended up enjoying the shower to wash the salt away more than swimming in the sea. And after all the walking and searching for a spot, I just wanted to relax. So I grabbed some ice cream, found a nice shady spot, and took some time to just chill and enjoy the slower pace. Sometimes, those quiet, simple moments are the best way to end a day of exploring. I really enjoyed my time, just chilling out, letting go of all the worries and the usual rush that comes with traveling. It was refreshing to slow down, breathe deeply, and simply be present without stressing about what to see next or where to go. Sometimes, when you're traveling, you feel the pressure to pack every moment with activities. But it's in these quiet, unplanned moments where you can find real peace. Relaxing and watching the world go by gave me a chance to recharge and reflect. It reminded me that travel isn't always about crossing things off a list. It's also about enjoying the little things, taking time for yourself, and soaking up the atmosphere around you. These simple, calm moments are what make a trip memorable in a different way. Moments where you can just be yourself, and that felt really special. And since this video is getting quite long, I'll be sharing the rest of my adventure on my second video. There's still so much more to see and experience, and I really hope you'll join me for the next part of the journey. Thank you so much for watching this far. I can't wait to show you what's coming next.